Hi everybody, my name is Gordana and today this is a persuasive speech for my communication class 114. The topic of today's presentation is going to be the importance of recycling. We're going to start by talking about reducing, reusing and recycling. We are going to focus on the recycling of the paper. What I would like to begin with is that recycling, any type of recycling, is contributing to preserve and saving our environment. But we are going to focus on recycling paper, and in the beginning I would like to mention that we live in a paper world and that a large quality of papers are used in every household, office, schools, educations, and everywhere. And I would like just to read one citation that comes from All Green Things, and they say that average American creates 1.3 tons of trash each year, and paper is a very large part of this trash. And according to American Forest and Paper Association, we are able to retrieve 57.4% of the paper that's consumed in USA, and this goes down to 2008, which is a slight improvement over the 90s because we were about 30%. So we are improving and we are going in the right direction. But there is many other things that they need to be done. And a very nice example of recycling is that recycling has to become a way of living. It has to be established from every household to the office, to the workplace, schools, and environment. The one important thing that we need to say is that recycling the paper needs to start with the education, with the importance of it, and it needs to start in an early age. There is a couple of factors that they tell us about that we do have a problem. And the problem is that with the extensive use of paper, we are cutting a lot of trees. With deforesting our ecosystems, we are disturbing the balances. So we don't have enough trees to filter the air, so the ozone is getting really high. With a high ozone and already polluted area in northwest Indiana, we are putting people with the respiratory problems in danger. And on the days when the ozone is high and when the sun is out, they have to minimize their activity. The respiratory problems increase, also increase for the people with diabetes. And recycling goes hand in hand with the American Lung Association, which is fighting for the same thing, for the better air. I would like to mention a couple of other things that are beneficial when we recycle the paper, and that means that we are, by recycling, we are expanding U.S. manufacturing, we are securing the jobs for United States, and we are making United States competitive against the world. So now that we know few things why is it important, so it's important not to cut the trees, it's important to save the energy, and it's important to save the job. We're preserving our ecosystems, and we're making our environment better for us and our future generations. Now, there's a couple of things that can be done, and like I mentioned earlier, education takes a very good part of it, and like I said, education needs to start at an early age, and just learning and behaving and adopting this behavior like a way of living, we can be sustainable. What are we trying to do is we are trying to teach everybody how important one piece of paper is. Out of the citation that I had read earlier, the other citation says that Americans use about 200 million tons of paper each year, and it can be newspapers, books, cardboard boxes, and everything else. But after the quick use, that gets thrown away. So what I am proposing today is that we need to establish the recycling business in our office, and what we're going to do, we're going to start with buying the recycling bins. We're going to put each recycling bin by each desk, so each paper will not be thrown. We're going to dispose it here, and then we're going to be collecting that daily and weekly, and we're going to be putting that in our storage room. Once we collect those on a weekly basis, we're going to compress them, and we are going to have the recycling business come and pick that up. And it's important to mention that picking up of recyclable items, it's sometimes way cheaper than it's collecting the trash. So what we are actually doing, we're saving the papers, we're recycling the papers, we're saving the money, we're saving our trees, and we're saving our environment. And recycling paper, one piece of paper has 8 lives. So if we put it in the garbage, that paper is done. If we go and start recycling our paper and put it here, we just prolong that same paper this clean PAX paper can become, when it's recycled, and 60% cheaper to recycle. It can be your paper bag for shopping, or you can turn it into anything else. Another thing to mention, it's important, there are ways to recycle the shredded paper, and that shredded paper goes in the big bins in a clear plastic bags, and that can be recycled too. I am very happy for you to joining me, and I'm very happy that we are going to start this recycling business, and I want to thank you all for joining me tonight.